That is true. I feel like this battle is definitely going to end up to some re-tierings later on and some rebalances.
Yeah,
It's gonna
that
be
most likely ship
controversial for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's gonna get controversial around the Rocinante.
That's
Yeah, at
definitely
least-
for
I
sure.
think that'll be the main point of argument.
It's definitely for sure. This is also a statement of leadership. Surprisingly enough, with only one leader, Alliance was able to take on both Echo and Jex.
No, I think Defy was going to be.
He was mostly recording as his main goal. What? Goku. And the UNSC Infinity has been deployed into the fight.
Okay, I don't stick around and watch this.
Anyways, that is the
What is going on here?
commentator box. Cooler than
Commentator box?
yours. Uh-huh.
Cooler than mine, my ass!
Yeah, it's cooler than yours. Ha.
Quite indeed.
See, I don't need a commentator box. All I need is myself and myself. Get it?
Yeah.
Because it's just me
Yeah.
and me. Oh, Vanguard
Yeah.
and I had the exact same idea.
Defy, we know
Well,
you're
I
lonely. You don't need to
could've
say it.
What?
We know you're lonely. We know you're alone. You don't
Fuck
need
you.
to say it.
Wholeheartedly, fuck you.
Well,
Fully and truthfully. Fuck off.
then I'm gonna have to truthfully deny that fuck you, and I'm gonna send it back to you. Same day shipping.
Same day shipping of a fuck you is unbelievable. Why am I still talking like I'm commentating? It's over.
Well, heartily deny you, fuck you, and send it back. Same day delivery. Have a very wonderful day.
I'm not commentating anymore. I don't need to keep talking like this.
I can switch to this easily.
Oh my god, Memer!
There's room for two.
You got it!
There's room
Hold on.
for two.
Do I have to get mine now? Do I have to get mine now? Hold on.
Both of you.
Yes, still.
Do I have to get mine now?
There
Hold
needs to be
on,
two.
give me a second.
It sounds a tiny bit like those TikTok text-to-speech things.
Memer,
What?
I dare you to speak like that the entire match in Star Wars.
But
Let's
each
go.
faction, new requirement. Yes,
Oh,
have an
no,
official fanboy.
Oh my goodness. Oh, mine hasn't started yet. Fuck. Come on, start, you slow shit.
Fuck you.
Haha.
Bro really came.
Better.
He really turned off You really turned on pass through just to say fuck you. You dick. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh fuck, I broke my disc.
What?
It was like little rubber stoppers. And I ripped one of them out on accident. Whoopsies.
Fucking ass. I want to start, man. Fuck. Just gotta give it a second, I guess. I don't know.
Now you have the perfect ship for this. Nah, like
No, I'm gonna try and join them.
I just hit new box on accident. See, who did? Well, I guess I'm
Are
tiny
you
now.
bigify?
No, I got turned into a micrometer.
Good
I
for
got-
you.
Floor accurate.
Lore accurate Zenobia.
Wait, can I spawn
Absolutely
Infinity?
tiny. Tiny lore accurate Zenobia. The hell just shot me? It fucking hurt.
Oh man.
Oh, it's you, you dickhead.
Well, you guys have fun with the aftermath. I gotta figure out why my internet is so dog water.
I know the perfect ship. Giant. big thing.
I'm trying to load in, but oh. I'm going to tournament talk.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Decent. Oh, fuck.
Hello, everyone.
I'll be back in just a sec.
What happened?
Wait for the others.
Okay, I'm back. And what's up?
I don't think anything has started quite yet.
Silly match.
It's just a post-match thing.
Where's the SIM card?
What?
Talking to my sister. Helping her put a SIM card in her phone.
Oh. Yeah, to whoever made my Zenobia like 10 meters, you're an absolute devil.
That would be great if he is the host and blame all your problems on him.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just made me into a fucking monster because nothing can hit me. I'm microscopic. I've been turned into a micrometer.
Here's the old one. Here's those. Love you. Okay.
Hello.
So that's right. Population can't talk, so he can't ask questions.
What do you mean I can't talk?
Or not. Peanut.
Wait, why can't he talk? What?
His microphone's broken.
Oh, is it? Hell, that is quite tragic, I must say.
For those of us that are in the VC,
What
open
is
up
that?
open the chat, and Peanut can ask us his questions there. What the fuck? Okay, Peanut, what's your question? Are you eating are you slurping down a shepherd's pie again?
Goofy, what the fuck is that
That's not
respawn
me.
timer?
That's not me.
Oh, that's what they did the.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
So Iowa. Whose peanuts? You have to be more specific.
Meep.
His question was, what was your first thoughts? And I don't know if you the area leader.
So, I wasn't really that prepared for this match because of the match with the last second, basically. And because I was that fast, I couldn't really prepare much. But my first thoughts, I was like, my exact first thought was, why do they have a roster replay that I remember was 3.5? And
We only had one.
yeah, it was only one. The rest were Corvettes.
And Monroe's.
Yeah.
Morgan, sorry. I get the names confused.
So I wasn't too confident because I knew you guys would just play range, or we would just get swarmed by missiles over time, and Aureus PD. Nothing in Aureus is good against missiles. So I was just like, I might accept defeat from now, but we did put up a good fight. I'm not gonna lie.
You did?
We just didn't like the
Can I-
rock thing.
What we could have
The
done,
drop-
in hindsight, there was probably something we could have done. We could have maybe have swapped the, Actually, no, we couldn't, because interdictions broke. I was gonna say we could have swapped the Caligari for Mutaro to give us a few seconds to cover, but interdictions bricked at the moment, so nope.
And either way,
Yeah,
our
like,
alliance doesn't have interdictors, so we couldn't.
The rules
bring
were
it
amended.
at all.
We would still be able to bring it.
Yeah, because
We'd
we
only
have
be
our-
able to bring it as a bomb PD ship.
No, we can bring
No,
support ships if they have their own.
Yeah, if we don't have an interdictor, you can still bring a support ship or an interdictor type support ship, even if we don't, because we do have a support ship in the form of Pella
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Oreo.
Yeah.
Okay, Peanut's asking another question. Okay, now Alliance Leader first
Okay.
off.
I would say the very surprising thing that we encountered was the coffee is a lot scarier than we thought it would be. I'm not
Yeah.
going to lie. That coffee is horrifying. And it took so long to die.
Steffi, why are you being cringe?
So
I
it's-
knew as a side note that coffee would be kind of a melter because it can absolutely swarm you with missiles and just keep your PD distracted while
Okay.
other missiles go through.
Just push back.
Yeah, it did, but
Fine.
but we just had such a swarm of PD bubble that it really didn't. It didn't
Yeah.
do too much, but it still made us take chip damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were quite
Constant
concerned about that
chip.
coffee early on. It was a lot harder to take down than we thought it would be. You lived, Jax. I have no idea how you lived that long, but you did. So
Well, he did.
Right.
He was on his last life.
yeah, but still, you lived a damn while.
If I didn't bring Caligari as our tier 3, I would have probably brought either Mutadru or Asmodeus. But
Honestly-
Asmodeus was ruled out because you were majority expanse and could do absolutely nothing against you.
That's fair.
So, our original plan, before I did an oopsie, was to bring Basilisk, because a Basilisk can one-tap a Rocky refit with its bomber wing if it baits the heal. So that was originally our plan. Unfortunately, I sent Biokari a balance patch that overcooked Basilisk to basically tier 4 status, and I felt really bad and I didn't want to abuse it. So I agreed to no carrier match.
Honestly, it was way more fun without carriers.
I would agree. I mean, I think we've seen what happens in carrier matches. I mean, it was already trench warfare
Oh,
enough, but
yeah.
at least we both moved. It feels like, oh my god, it feels like the match from yesterday between, or what was it, Halo
Was
and
it
SPY?
original?
Where it was just carriers. That was hard to watch.
We were originally building our fleet around anti-fighter PD, and then when
Huh.
we agreed to no carriers, we switched it up a bit.
The hardcore missile spam.
Yep, that was our best bet against Expat.
I saw all of the Harbinger ships, and I was like, yeah, right, they buffed all the missiles on the Harbingers, of course that's what they bring. And Antares doesn't
Yeah.
have, if I'm not wrong, Antares doesn't really have much for missiles. So it's-
Antares missiles have
doesn't
low
matter.
HP and are slow,
Yeah.
so Harbinger missiles were just better.
See, in my eyes, the best option would have been for you to get the tankiest ships that you could, that were also as fast as possible, and bum rush the shit out of us.
Marasu would have done that, but Marasu gets one shot, or well, two shot by a Monroe. Or wait, is it Morgan or Monroe? Morgan, yeah.
Morgan. I like how we're both getting
And it
confused
doesn't
about
have good PD. The only PD it has is 4 Augurs, which have less than 1 missile hit per second. And Iota ushers.
What tier is the ship you're talking about?
Tier 1.
Then you could have spammed the shit out of them.
They did spam the
we
shit out of them.
got 6 of them every time. That was our only
That's
tier
the
1.
little Harvey ship that they brought, Reaper.
Yeah,
It's the
The one that we
guy.
almost got none of
yeah.
because of rock.
Yeah, the thing was, the presages are 7,000 meters per second, and the EMP Avon Courier are 10,000 meters per second.
Yet
So we
the
were kinda like-
Expanse PD was still shooting him down like nothing, which is
Yeah.
kind of scary on Expanse's part.
We were just gonna try brute force it.
that is
'cause,
their
well,
one job.
no carriers.
Yeah, reinforcing that carry is probably pretty difficult.
Okay, so Peanut's wanting to know when we're ready for the next set of questions.
I mean, it looks like
Yeah,
you're
you
playing
can
it
ask.
down.
So, next question for y'all. Did you ever expect the match to be this close? Because honestly, no one saw this one coming. Let's go with Echo first. Did you expect it to be this long and close?
I expected it either to be a really quick match or a really long, drawn out match. Because you can either wipe us instantly, or we can draw it out and try to stay alive for as long as possible.
For the majority of the match, he was actually winning, too.
Yeah, we were leading by like 4 at one point.
Yeah.
And in the end, we only won by 5, 6,
5, I
Yeah,
think.
5-5, 22-17.
6, 23 to 17.
It was 23?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Amurasu died in like the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
And Defu, what about you? Did you see it being this long, drawn out, and close?
Well, see, here's the thing. I didn't know how to feel about it because going into this match and planning, we were pretty fucking terrified of that carrier. And then it got buffed again, so I thought we were pretty fucking screwed. And then we decided we're doing no carriers, so I've been all over the place, honestly. And
Yeah, I can't
I
say
feel-
anything
I think-
about it.
I've been very busy last week, so I haven't had
I-
much time to think about it either. I was just very lost, honestly. It's a lot of
If
shit.
we had
going on.
agreed to use carriers still, what would your fleet count be?
If we agreed to use carriers, well, original fleet comp had an Einstein in it. Just one. Einstein and York, and they were meant to screen from the Basilisk, or Vistrada, or whatever. Now, of course,
Yeah.
after Basilisk got buffed, we figured out that there is no way in God's green earth that
Because-
we can hold that off. So,
Our
We would
original
need
fleet.
2 Yorks. We
Yeah.
would need 2 Yorks, an Einstein, and a Davis just to hold off half of a Basilisk, almost.
And you
Our
probably
original
would be able
fleet-
to stop the Havocs.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Our original
Honestly-
fleet was 1 Basilisk and 1 Mazikor to escort the Basilisk.
yeah. That's
So
what
the
I thought was
Basilisk
gonna
would
happen.
use its Malices as an escort, and then Mazikor would also escort.
The original plan was, since we knew we couldn't out-carrier you, because we could fight a Mazikorum, but we can't fight a Basilisk and a Mazikorum at the same time. So the original plan was the Einstein would basically just screen the best it could, and we would just try and take the carriers out as quickly as possible, was the idea,
And-
because we can't win an air war.
And laser beam carriers no matter what.
Yeah.
Any
That was-
other target on the field doesn't matter to go to carriers first. That was our original plan.
Yeah.
My
Honestly-
personal opinion, it played very similarly to how I thought it would in my head, with how I pictured it would happen. This is why I was wanting our plan to have our 2 little pest fleets split up into 2, but Decky said no, 1 big fleet.
Yeah. I didn't think that would end very well, considering our first push got absolutely melted.
No, it didn't. It got slowly whittled down.
Yeah, well, we're pretty far behind after that first one.
That first push, we were only
They're
4
the
points
Rocky
behind,
guys.
and it took them 10 minutes to kill them all.
We forced a fair bit. And a lot of everyone behind you was dying a lot. I'm not gonna.
Why
lie.
was the refit made a 3.5? Someone asked. Refit, honestly, this health heal is not all that great. It's only got 50,000 health, which is in line with other tier 3s. And the only real upside is the fact it's small, fast, and has the ability to drift to fire this little railgun.
And the PD being one of the best in the game for anti-missile, by the way.
Yeah,
It is
and that's the only other only other real thing it has. But overall, against any faction with anything that counters anti-missile factions, it folds like a fucking lawn chair.
Honestly,
High
Rocky
velocity
refit,
guns or carriers.
it would not have been an issue if we didn't agree to a no carrier match.
Yeah, it would have
It's
died.
probably fine at 3.5. The only reason it did so well was because
No carry.
no carriers.
And had it died that second time, and it was close, I would have been bringing out a Bicold because it's also at 3.5.
Yeah.
So it really wouldn't have been much of a difference. Besides, now I'm in an even tougher ship to kill because it's tankier.
Our 3.5s weren't even usable in this situation. Well, except
all
for
they were
the
carriers,
Strata,
right?
but our 3.5s are Harp, Startree, Naja, Yashin, and Hercules.
I'm gonna say this again.
Tree.
Please
Slap the
stop
shit out of me.
mutilating yourself with crews.
Startree, Startree has low velocity, high damage guns, so they would have been basically
No
useless.
range.
Final.
It's final.
It's Andro level final.
Yeah, but good luck hitting any expansion we brought.
I,
I
think
mean,
he was
just
preferring
firing
killing
You
Or,
might
you
be
know,
able to hit the killie and out kill the killie, but that's it. The other expand ships are just gonna sit at range and whittle it down because
Really?
it's made out of glass.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not very
it
tanky.
would have been brought.
And it has
It would have been worth it.
non-existent PD.
I think he was choosing the because I think the Banshee cannon is a lot better velocity than the Star Tree.
Yeah, I
That-
killed 2 people
yeah.
with the Banshee cannon.
Yeah, we had to make
Yeah.
a mental note in the chat about not peeking too hard because you will die to the Banshee cannon. That was a
The
little
thing is, it's
conversation
just,
we had.
it doesn't exactly have a lot of damage. It will just hit the target and get in damage.
Chip
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
But against ships that have very low base HP to begin with, it's quite a lot.
So does anyone else
only
have any questions for us? You can say them in the chat.
There were a lot of people, yeah. A lot of the Murasfus actually after the first early stages of that match. A lot of those Murasfus behind that rock that were living
The
on.
power
that.
of cover camping and having
Oh,
your
and by
missiles
the way-
shoot around cover.
Yeah.
It was
It-
so stupid that your missiles were going through rocks and damaging you.
I'm almost certain they don't go through rocks.
I
Just
watched
like
them go
those
through
bug things in the game at the
Oh
moment.
no,
Yeah,
I was actually free firing the missiles.
yeah, I watched them go through rock.
I didn't.
they collide with the rock?
I watched them hit you hiding in a sliver
Yeah.
of you out of cover, so I free fired the missiles into that little sliver that was out of cover.
Yeah, I have tabbed out for a second and lost like 20,000 HP.
Hey, we were talking about it in the voice call. Reaper was talking about you specifically, and he turned off the auto aim just to clip the end of your ship.
Yeah, I
got
think
you
that's
with
when
the
I
nuke.
tapped out. Yeah, I think that's when I tapped out.
Yeah. I would be very worried
Your
if
brain
missiles went through cover.
Your brain literally
What?
shut off for a
Oh
second.
no!
What just
I
happened?
actually have a clip of missiles flying through cover and killing me.
Yeah,
it wasn't in the
and
tournament. It was in another game. I can't send it though because I was flying a
Oh,
test.
you're in a
ship.
Tesla ship? Oh my god.
I pinged you with it in Tesla Port Echo. It's
Oh,
very
Huh.
silly.
So
Yeah.
what? If you fire enough missiles, they'll lag and go through cover.
Yeah.
That's what it looks
Yes,
like.
sure.
Like
But it only damages shields, it doesn't damage hull.
That is
That's what I
horrid.
noticed.
That is absolutely horrid.
yeah, the
Okay,
missile. So I went stealth. The missiles kept tracking me. I got behind cover. They went through the cover, and then killed me.
Honestly, it might be related to stealth if that's the case, because stealth is also fucking broken right now.
It wasn't
It's not
just that.
stealth. Stealth is broken
It's not
because
just that?
missiles are broken. Because planes don't track in stealth. It's only missiles. Missiles bypass interdiction. Missiles bypass stealth. Missiles extend beyond their maximum range. Missiles are going through cover. Missiles are like completely messed up right
They're
now.
also going through ships and completely missing and then doing a death spiral
Yep.
around it.
And Skilled hasn't found the source yet.
Yeah.
I
It'd be
don't
great
even
if
know if he's working on it.
it would be very cool if that could be fixed quickly, because half of our entire faction is just missiles.
Yeah.
I think there was a new missile system implemented, and it wasn't exactly tested, and it
Yeah,
just broke everything.
not very good. Not ideal. But
So does
so
anyone
we
have
got
any
work
other
with.
questions? You're free to ask. Oh, we knew that they were going to bring a coffee spirit. That was
Everyone
already
knew we were
very
bringing
open.
Yeah.
coffee.
We made a bet in a public conversation with you.
They made a bet where if they won every match using the coffee spirit, they would get max
No,
DPS
no.
coffee.
We just have to win the tournament. We don't have to win every match.
Or that,
Yeah.
yeah. If they brought a coffee to every match and they won the tournament, they could get the max DPS coffee. And that was a bet they made with the hard AI, which is very
I'm not gonna lie,
interesting.
Alliance was the only faction that I really have a problem with when fighting as Aureus. Because half your
You don't have
faction
a
is
real
missile
counter.
based. Exactly. Unless we brought carriers, which we agreed on.
Yeah.
And then in the next bracket, your carriers won't hard counter us as hard.
Yeah.
Why didn't we bring more Antara ships? There's a really good reason why we didn't bring more Antara ships. Antara
No
ships do
shields.
not have shields, so they can't regen. Their missiles are horrible, and while their guns do
Hit
have
point,
good range and somewhat okay MV, you're not gonna hit those little expanse ships at all.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's much better to
Not
use
with full auto
Mercy
shotgun.
and missile spam them.
Yeah, I don't think either of us were expecting Antara's ships to be in the game. That's pretty reasonable. I think that's a pretty universal consensus in that Antara's ships are pretty terrible against small ships.
Against
Regarding
ships.
us using
On them
Athletes,
is non-existent as well.
Yeah.
And Terry's
thought
ship are just
Athletes
bad
would be
against
better
ship.
than Renelas, because Renelas has basically nothing except 4 missiles, and Murasu has the one before Caligari, the ship.
Yeah, I don't know y'all ship, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the one after Murasu. It's just terrible.
Yeah. Any other questions from chat? Done differently. Oof.
I mean,
Okay, so this is just a little bit of a logistics thing, but one thing I would have probably done differently is we had initially when we were still having carriers in the match like a week ago, we had our command structure split into 2, and then the carriers got removed, and so that kind of we kept the command structure for whatever reason, and it kind of was just like an ancient relic of when the carrier was still around. I wouldn't have done that if that was. I would have probably taken over the second little wing that Reaper is commanding. But that kind of just stayed around because we're not ready for the no carrier thing. I wasn't really that ready for it either, but that's what happened. Probably would have changed that up if I knew in advance. Anything to add there? Anyone else?
don't think I would have really done anything differently. Maybe I would have rushed the middle shipyard, but that would be risky.
You know, honestly, I
Probably
thought
should have
we'd
picked
be in
cover in the beginning.
Hey, Bam, David, do either of you have questions?
everyone else up in the VC, yeah. You, me, Murray.
No
Why did
questions
you
for me.
agree to no carrier rule?
Why did I make the? Why did we agree? I'll tell you why. Because a few days ago, I sent this patch to Biokari saying, you should add this. It will nerf Hydra and buff Basilisk and Komodo, and that's exactly what it did. It nerfed Hydra, not enough, and it buffed Basilisk and Komodo way too much, making them the best interception carriers in the entire game for their tiers. And I felt so bad making these horribly overpowered carriers, especially because I'm the Aureus co-leader, and I did this 2 days before the Aureus versus Alliance match, and Alliance doesn't have the best carriers.
Yeah.
It's not the best. It's third, I think, because first would be Hailstorm, second would be whatever the tier 3 Gammy Debake spammer would be.
The fucking guy
And then, yeah. And then
What
it
about
would
this
be
Geonosian carrier?
Yeah.
The Haptech is a tier 4.
We forgot to
No,
test
no,
against-
Haptic.
Oh, that
is
one.
We forgot to test against that one, sorry.
Yeah, I don't
That
think we
one
did
probably would have won.
But it would have lost in the first wave, but would have won in the second or third wave because, you know, spam carrier.
I don't know. The Haptech beat Komodo when we first tested it better than Nazca did.
Oh, dang.
Those two carriers are extremely cracked.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why we did the no carrier rule. It literally felt like cheating to bring Basilisk because we were the ones that buffed Basilisk.
And also because Basilisk has only one less havoc than Hydra in bombing. It used to have the same amount. Yeah.
Quite horrifying.
It, it used to have the same amount, but with the patch we decreased it, but increased the malice count to 7.
Yeah, that's going back down.
Yeah.
I don't know
But
when
not to 4 though.
No,
Like
not to
5.
4. I'm pretty sure it's 5. I don't know when Bio's gonna add it, but I did send her a quick hotfix patch because the planes are not supposed to be good. Basilisk, Komodo, and Hydra are supposed to be below average. They're supposed to lose to most carriers in interception. That's what she wants for them.
But
She's already said this publicly, so I can say all this.
Yeah. Oh, Cog is
Okay.
joined. Does Cog have
Memer
any
and Edward.
questions? I wonder.
Oh yeah.
He
Do
just
you?
joined.
No, I haven't got a question. No.
No, what is going on?
I think the tournament's doing pretty well. Peanut asked thoughts on the tournament so far, and do you have any predictions for the winner?
Honestly, I'm more surprised that it's going along smoothly without too many delays.
Or arguments?
Because I remember the first tournament that was run, my god, it took forever to finish. And part of that was my fault, I'm not gonna lie. But regardless, there was a lot of delays everywhere in the first tournament. It was a scheduling nightmare. So honestly, I'm pretty surprised that we're on to our 5th match already.
I'm happy that there's a lot less arguments and drama than last time.
Predictions for winner. Ooh.
It's obviously going to be Alliance. You all have to suffer.
My money, as
Well,
much as I would prefer someone else to win, I think it's going to be either SBY. Most likely SBY, probably Star Wars. Those are the two I think will win.
I'm gonna crush
Better.
SPY if I get the chance.
Reaper does not like SPY.
Guys, I don't think he likes SBY. Just a hunch.
No. SBY itself is fine. I think we all know what I mean by that comment.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. For my predictions, I'd probably say Star Wars. I think SPY is gonna get folded by concussions. In the higher tiers.
They didn't last time. They won.
I think in the higher tiers, I think they'll definitely have protons too.
Well, you do realize
Then
in lower
they won't be
tiers,
using concussions because
we don't have
concussions
as many
suck.
concussions.
Or not heavy conks. My bad.
Salt concussions, heavy concussions, rapid fire protons.
Yes, I'm being generic. My bad.
Because
For
my
that,
lord,
your punishment is death.
Oh dear.
Star Wars missile spam is more cancer than UNSC missile spam.
Well, it depends. The normal concussions aren't that great. But
No.
the heavy
Just
conks,
flat out,
everything else.
in general, their missiles, yeah, they fucking crush it. At least UNSC missiles go slow as shit.
Yeah,
And all have
concussions
4 health.
all the other missiles in Star Wars are really good.
Yeah.
Especially once you get to like the heavy concussions and the assault concussions.
Assault concussions crush it. Do you think this franchise-based tourney is better than a
Yes,
faction-based
Yes,
one?
Yes,
absolutely, 100%. Yes, there's more variety. Imagine for a second, right? If we had a faction-based tournament and you were, let's say, Systems Alliance, you were fucked.
Yeah.
You are utterly fucked. There's nothing you could do. If you're fighting Star Wars, you're just gonna get run over and die. Like, I don't know how else to put
Alliance,
it.
for example, is the most garbage faction right now, like individual faction.
Personally,
Another
Sorry
thing
has
too-
2 ships and they're
Karma?
better.
Another
I
thing
think
too.
the tournament should be completely open with all tech trees. I think
I don't.
that allows for actual perfect skill and strategies to fully thrive, rather than you being boxed in by a tech tree. 'Cause
Yes.
let's say Expanse was its own. You are absolutely fucked against anyone with any decent amounts of carrier capability.
That's why Expanse is with Mass Effect, because they both suffer in certain ways and they cover each other decently.
They don't really cover each other against planes.
No, they don't.
It's just a little bit better.
Until you
If
get
you
to
had
the...
access to everything, you could make so many unique strategies and you get so much more variety. I think the tournament in general would be like 10 times more enjoyable.
Well, that goes both ways. It'd be more enjoyable and also a bajillion times more stressful. Because planning would be a lot more lopsided and complicated otherwise.
I prefer it with the franchises, but...
I mean, personally, okay, this is an idea I had for a tournament a while back that kind of failed because nobody joined it and I didn't have enough people, but the idea was, it is like a faction-based tourney, but you would pick out which ones you would use. So you'd get like 3 or 2 max, and you'd bundle them together. And that would be what you could use, and you'd be able to choose what you'd wanted. That was the idea I had a while ago. Though that never came to fruition, sadly.
I have a franchise wars server with all the rules set up. I just need to add stuff because, you know, more franchises have been added. And it would be based off of a map, and you would have a King of the Hill type match. Like, you have to, like, there's a center map, and you use funds to actually buy more ships. There's no limit to what ships that you can bring into the match. Like, you could have all tier 5s if you want, but if they die, they're dead. They're gone. And you have to buy more.
Faction wars all over again.
No, it's franchise wars.
Okay, I don't know. We'll see about it.
And, you know, it wouldn't be run by someone who doesn't pay attention to everything.
Do we think Halo has a chance? That is a very unrelated question.
No, they suck.
Edward, no!
I'm right here. I am right
first
here.
match. You mean both of their matches, Peanut? They lost versus SBY because, well, Hailstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We bought out all carriers.
Hailstorm still smacked all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Halo
I
can
know.
run anything against it.
Okay,
Hailstorm
so...
is just good.
To be fair, that would actually could actually be interesting because there is a lot of balance changes happening right now throughout the
Yeah,
tournament.
mind you, looking back at that match, I wish I bought out a Walker just to take out that Hailstorm.
Okay, so for my prediction on Halo, I think currently they're in the running to be dropped first because they're the only team with 2 losses. But they still have how many matches left to go?
2, I believe.
And if they can get a 50% win rate and someone else loses 3 times, or if even anyone else loses just 2 out of their 4 matches, then they would face off against each other to see who stays in.
Yeah.
Cross your finger, it's not area, so you have to fight.
Oh god,
Your only option would really be Covey spam.
yeah.
We've tried. Well, I've tested Caligari against some tier 3 brawlers, and it won against every single Halo brawler.
Well, CCS, for example, isn't a real brawler, it's a dodger. It's a kiting dodger.
Yeah, but
Dodge Charger?
I
Use your
tested
pancake
stuff
hat
like
shape and
Templar.
do the wave.
I tested stuff like Templar, Olympus from 50 kilometers. Caligari's max range is 42, and it still won.
Those aren't brawlers, though.
It's artillery ships, yeah, but there would have won.
Templar is a
They're-
kiting dodger. Olympus is a 44-kilometer artillery ship. Halo doesn't
Yeah, Olympus is like
have
a
many
55
real
kilometer
brawlers.
range, so.
I tried it against ISDs as well, and it still won. So.
That makes
And
sense.
the recent missile buff.
Oh,
really
Echo!
yeah.
Here's the question of the day if you're talking about brawlers. Does it win against the Justice?
Oh, hell no.
Nothing wins against Justice right now.
Bro,
Nothing wins against the Justice.
Our pre-buff Basilisk lost every single interception duel. We did like 3 or 4 versus Justice.
You know, our carriers lose too. Justice is just God right now. There's everything else, and then at the top of the tier list, like 5 columns up is Justice by itself.
Like, you literally need a 3-to-1 advantage against Justice to win.
Oh. Right. So isn't the next game Halo versus Star Wars?
No, Star Wars and Aureus.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
If I'm
Yeah.
right.
Star Wars versus Aureus.
Is that the next match?
I'm going to.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna enjoy watching.
Aureus will once more die to a femboy. The irony.
If BSG gets added as a franchise, how big do you think it'll change the tournament? Well, okay, well, at least Expanse is fucked against BSG, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna have anti-missile PD.
If BSG gets added mid-tournament, it probably won't be used until next tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they do get added...
Unless they let everyone use it as, hey, here, everyone can use it. That would be funny
Okay.
if they did that.
That's what happened to Expense in Mass Effect last tournament. We just left them out because it's simpler that way. Next tournament, though. They'll probably have them by next tournament, so...
I have returned.
Oh my god, it's a tank.
Go back to the Shadow Realm. No.
Oh, hey,
you
another
suck.
femboy. Now I think we have 3 femboys in the chat. 4.
What, just people with anime profile pictures?
No. 3 of you have female anime profile pictures, and the other one has a femboy in theirs.
No.
Not
I'm
necessarily.
looking at you, Cog, you femboy.
Oh my god.
Well, Defy is got his voice changer.
Oh, that wasn't me this time. That was Beaver.
That was me.
What? You have no proof it was.
You had literally no proof it was me.
Fuck.
Yeah. Guys, do I execute this man?
No.
Yeah. Where's the button? I gotta find it. Give me a minute.
Oh god.
If
It
you do
looks
it, you
like
suck.
That's the
it
button.
looks like
Alright.
Memer is going to be using that voice changer for the entire match next time.
Lovely. Alright.
Was that the dare?
Me.
Yep.
Fantastic.
You wanna go back on? You wanna here? Come on, speak. Come on, me. Come on.
You suck.
There.
Wow, that was the entire message. Okay.
Alright, what happened this match? I saw a bunch of Expanse ships, and I saw a bunch of
Arby's.
Harpies, yeah.
Arby's everywhere, then, like...
Harbies were
Arby's.
better choice than Antares for this match.
I was
I-
looking at your
I-
ships, and I was like, Murvitsu spam. And
I
then,
could.
Yeah, exactly. It
I
had
do
the
have
best
to-
missile loadout for low tier.
Why did you
Yeah,
bring
mind you, because
Achilles?
Achilles, it was the best tier 2 option.
Is a newer
The other tier 2s were either really short range, trash missiles, or a brawler that didn't have missiles at all, that being Renelas.
Yeah, I
Achilles had the
figured that
best missiles.
you'd bring Achilles as well. I didn't know what your tier 3 options were, but I knew that you could probably... I know that you can use the coffee machine.
They did use the coffee
we
machine.
have to bring that no matter.
They
You
have
can-
to use the coffee machine.
Yeah. You can also use its fighters to disrupt enemy shield regen.
We did. I told Jex to do that to Ultimate.
Yeah, I've predicted your entire playbook.
Yeah. The problem is, Ultimate was was pretty close to the entire rest of the team, and
I just
what
didn't know what
Expanse-
your
The thing is, the
It was
cream
also
sauce
very
is 10
close to death
kilometers
for the entire match.
Yeah.
The fighters
Hold
on Coffee have 10-kilometer firing range and go 10,000 meters per second.
Hey,
Yeah,
Peanut
I saw
asked
that.
the last question of the stream. What are your closing thoughts on this match, and do you think the next match will be similar to this one, or to be something completely different? Sorry, that last part was word salad.
Well, the map is
Arc of
Arc of Destruction, yeah.
Okay, so Reaper, our next one's SBY. Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That one, I mean, this match
You're looking-
wasn't terrible, but I think SBY is going to be by far our biggest challenge by a mile and
Well,
a
they
half.
have the most stacked low tier spread right now of Congos, and they can deny your missiles and they can deny your ability to hit them by
What
spinning.
can they deny our missiles?
They have storms. They can just
Yeah, they have
So we
storms.
just full focus fire on the storms and they disappear.
Yeah, you can do
Two
that.
storms can kill an Everest, though. It's not gonna be easy at all, and they're probably gonna sit behind a rock again.
Except for one little issue with a storm.
Many
See, two storms can take out one Everest missile volley. Yeah, sure, but can it take out how many missiles do we get? Hold on, let me get out my
100.
calculator.
Reaper, here's the thing: they're gonna be behind a rock like last time.
Yeah.
They're
We're
gonna
faster than them.
It doesn't matter. We're not much faster. They're just gonna sit behind
Yeah.
that rock the entire game.
The thing is, they have the ability to bring an aircraft carrier, which will negate your ability to flank them.
And the
So
hailstorm.
we
Yeah,
can
that's
fire
true.
64 missiles just from our tier 2s and 3s alone.
Yeah,
it's not going to do much good behind a rock, as we found.
The thing is, Aureus has some options that I'm.
Oh,
somewhat
and ours
afraid
go
of.
faster than Everest.
Aureus has a few choices, but they mostly counter hull if they bring in Terry's, and the Harbingers are not really
I mean,
that
they just
good,
bring
like, at all.
Murabitsu again. It's just like, well, none of our tier 1s can win against that.
The mono Murasavu lineup.
Yeah.
4 more billion Musavus.
That's the 3,000 Murasavus of the Aureus team.
The Murasu has 2 anti-shield missiles that recently got buffed, and they're faster than Borons.
They're like
Only
faster than
thing
Borons, and they
I'm
have
worried
longer
about
range
without-
than Borons as well.
Yeah, 80 kilometers,
This-
but we can't use that because tournament.
The only thing that I'm worried about when we fight SPY is literally the fucking hailstorm. That's it.
Yeah, no, the hailstorms are going to be a problem. I think
That's the only thing.
The storm is going to be an issue if we can't get to it. But the problem is, if they bring the hailstorm, yeah, we can't get to it.
Let's do Ballin.
They're probably just gonna. I'm gonna say right here.
Ballin?
The attacks are probably just gonna be
Yeah, let's
like
do
several
Ballin.
storms. It's
No
just
cover for
completely
anyone.
open.
It's just a completely open, no cover, no carriers for you. Get out of here.
They
You're not
probably
doing.
hate that.
You're not doing more trench warfare again. We're not letting you do that. That last. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh jeez. Okay, me editing that Star Wars vs SPY match. Painful watching those two sides just sit behind a rock the entire fucking game. And that happened almost again.
Wanted to go over, but they had a
Druid came
hailstorm.
here.
They had a hailstorm. Yeah, the hailstorm absolutely screwed up Halo too.
No, I have appeared.
Oh look, it's Druid.
Yeah, I got DM'd something about SPY being shit talked. I don't know why.
Ah, so you want to know the SPY being shit talked? We're talking about what we think will happen in the next match, and our next match is versus SPY, which is you guys.
Yippee.
And honestly, we're not. It's kind of shit talking, but we're also scared the fuck out of your hailstorm.
Dude, I am not gonna lie. Hailstorm is dominant, but at the same time, it's like our only good tier 3 carrier, literally. The fucking Belgrade line is
What about
way
the
too
Gunmetal?
fragile.
Lexington
and
with a WMD question.
Lexington's kind of mid. But when it comes down to it,
Yeah,
like
I mean-
9 times out of 10, you bring a Hailstorm over Lexington. Hailstorm is way better point defense, way better bombing, way better intercept, but just Lexington's only good when you want more wave motion.
I mean, it's probably the most powerful tier 3 aircraft carrier in the game right
It's
now,
kinda-
though. So like,
No, I'm pretty sure Basilisk right now is stronger, right?
Basilisk is, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hailstorm
still,
is
like-
bordering that line. Yeah, Hailstorm is the strongest of the tier 3 carriers, and isn't just a straight up tier 4 and a tier 3.
Nazca beats Basilisk.
Shut the fuck
Oh yeah,
up.
because it's a
It's a
a
tier
tier
4.
four.
That's because it's tier 4.
Yeah.
Or
And it's
no,
already
not Nazca.
0.5.
Hailstorm beats Basilisk.
What the fuck? Huh? That is goofy. Well, so one thing I find funny, last match,
easily, by the way.
two Orthruses and 2 Gladiuses in our match against Halo were able to fully shoot down Hailstorm's carapace.
No.
Which is goofy.
Well, I did notice from spectating
they
that
weren't.
match, it
The
was partially from
Hailstorm?
the Iroquois space
I
legs.
remember I was spectating my fighters sending them over, and they straight up got shot down by point defense from the upward fleet.
I saw the Iroquois base lords doing some work.
Yeah, I saw a lot of
I think
interception
the-
happening.
You weren't
I'm talking
escorting
about
around
when
fighters.
the Iroquois was on its last life, sitting by the other carriers, because it was still splitting up mini fleets.
Well, I mean, that's what happens
when
when
that was
you
happening.
have a bunch of grouped PD together. It just destroys all aircraft, which is why,
Yeah.
like, carriers are only good in a defensive role until late game.
I
When
hate
everything's
it,
all spread out.
We
Unless you're
either have
unless
something
you're fighting
that's
Halo,
like,
in which case bomb them.
like we either have something that's mid borderlining bad or something that is borderline overpowered. We literally never have middle ground. It's
I've not
great.
seen anything
I
near
don't.
that is actually bad.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, honestly.
Your ships are pretty okay, especially in the variety of lineups that you can bring. It makes it very hard to plan against you, and also you have the ability to cover all 3 bases. Like you can spin to avoid guns.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, you have ships that can deal with missiles, and you have ships that can also deal with aircraft. You have all bases covered.
The ships that can deal with missiles are not as numerous as you think. And we're gonna get
I mean, you
fucked
can
over
bring
later.
as many storms as you want.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen in the next bracket when we lose access to tier 1s, although I don't see a
You'll
reason
probably
to.
just find something else or hide behind another rock.
No.
This is goofy, but you can bring ships of a lower tier into your tier slot.
That is
I don't think you can actually.
what? That is.
I didn't
that
hear
would
about
be
that,
goofy
but
if that was. I've never heard of that. That would be funny if that is true.
He was
Yeah,
talking
I played
it's
that
not-
tier 3s with a Sashin.
Just using all stars in their
That's
all tier
bullshit.
match.
Yeah, it's like
man,
like
with a
oh,
bunch
fuck,
of Lancers,
fuck tier
man.
2s is just bring that.
A
I
horde
just
of
wish,
Lancers.
honestly. I just wish the
We
bomb
talked to
trio
Cog
was
about it,
fair
and
to
he
me.
did say we could.
Weird.
He said it's not tactically sound, but you can.
All right,
I
Vic
guess
1 spam go at tier 5.
That is a extremely niche situation, but that it would happen in. But yeah, it's good to know.
I mean, you've got other higher tier
Yeah.
anti-missile ships, if I remember correctly. Like some of the sus
Yeah.
battleships are like they had their
I,
P
yeah,
checked out.
but Stealth Battleship itself sucks dick, honestly.
Well, I mean,
With defense
like,
is good, but itself sucks.
yeah.
Atlantis PD still beats out sus, basic GUIP point defense and
Well, I mean, I just mean like the sus battleship line is like I don't know how to.
kinda. No, it's the Ethos line that has the good
Yeah.
anti-missile.
Yeah, the
Not
Ethos
really the
says
sus
mine
line.
is absolutely horrifying in the anti-missile department.
Yeah. But
And the velocity.
surprisingly, Atlantis ships still beat an anti-missile, which is goofy.
But then and you're complaining it when you have the other 2 bases covered when I can barely cover like 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
SPU's pretty well covered in most departments. A lot of us have
Yeah.
1 or 2 bases we just can't cover whatsoever. Like we don't really got much use.
Yeah, that was our problem last tournament when it was just Jarmos and Atlantis, so we basically couldn't do shit.
I'm sorry, but I saw someone in Peanut's chat say that Alcora might be good against TIE fighters in Star Wars. But the thing about Calcora is that it's a Tier 4 PD ship with 36 PD, and it gets outperformed by a car at Tier 2 with 10 PD.
It'll probably get outdone by Storm. Even
Tragedy.
More, so.
Well, it depends on which. It's
Hey, why
probably
isn't Car labeled as a tier 1?
Why would Car?
Why is it
Balancing
a tier two?
decisions are so
Because
goofy
it's
in this
shit.
tournament.
Car's actual shit besides point
like
defense.
it's an ASW ship mixed with PD.
I mean, a fucking
What
Allegiance
does
performs
ASW
similarly.
mean when we don't have them? They're banned.
I know it just in game it's just what it is, but it has like no health, no anything else.
It doesn't even
we're
have tolerant
stressing.
shields.
Yeah.
SPY is mad stressing about our next match because I think
Good.
since this full match is total for our team, we've won 2 and won this bracket.
I think if we win one more match, we're nigh guaranteed to make it to semifinal, or like the next bracket, semifinals. So we're stressing.
Who are you even hitting?
Uh,
I
forgot.
Yeah.
We have a lineup, don't worry. But it's going to be rough. Very.
I kind of don't want to pull any punches just for the sake of we were ridiculously fucked over last tournament because Garmalos, Galantis, free buffs kind of shit was weak as fuck, and we're really determined to win again this time. So, but I don't want to be scummy about it either. So fuck.
Well, you decide that.
Don't
I can't choose what you bring.
Yeah. Well, we will mainly. I'll think of our fleet comp because like our other strategists are dead as fuck, and it's like my fleet comp used every match.
Well, honestly, we're just gonna assume the worst and go from there.
Hey, everyone. Peanut said, on that note, I'm gonna end my stream. If you have any parting words, say them now.
What did he
I
stream
have no
on?
idea what's going on.
Did you just stream on Discord?
No,
Nah.
he streams on YouTube.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Or Twitch or something, I don't remember.
He posts the past matches.
That is whack because I remember hearing leaks about other teams. But I remember the issue being brought up that some people confirmed that during a match they watched the stream of like one of the previous matches. They watched the stream of it from I think YouTube mid-match. I don't know who these people are, but I was just told them. So I was actually against.
I
the
was
match
never,
being
I
streamed
never
on
heard any
YouTube.
rumor like that.
I don't know. It got brought up to me.
I haven't heard anything either.
I heard that it was a possibility that it could happen,
Yeah.
but I never
And
heard
even then,
that
yeah,
could
it is.
happen.
It also is still a possibility. So I'm surprised they're still streaming on YouTube and Twitch when they can keep it in Discord, because YouTube and Twitch is scary
Because they need
because
to
it's
record it?
untraceable. It's basically untraceable. You can't tell if someone from the other team's watching the video on like a second monitor or
I mean, does it really matter though? Like,
what are you gaining? Because Peanut is in the general VC, not in the team VC. So you can't hear the comms. You just see what's going on, which
But
you
you
could
see-
already.
you see a-
I mean, you
a
don't need
lower
to hear
res
the
version of what's
comms, but
going
I mean,
on.
it just gives you a top eyes view of.
I mean, you could just have someone else in
You
your
act
team
like
stream it
that's
to
an
you.
advantage. It's not. Defi was above them the entire time this whole match because he was playing in a Pelican. It didn't give us some insane advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just-
I was just
I
vibing.
wasn't against Defi doing that. I was fine with him doing it.
I was just vibing
No,
up there.
that is goofy.
My prediction though,
It seems
or
that
if
the
it's just
only
spam again.
people against it now is Druid and Ghazi.
Now, does Druid not want me to do that? Is
Uh,
that a thing?
No, I wasn't against that. It's just something that was told to me about some people cheating by watching a stream, which I mentioned to I think Gulsi
Oh.
population.
I wouldn't say
Well-
it's cheating though.
Well, that's why I don't.
I mean, it depends if they're commentary on the match or whatnot.
I mean, that's why I don't stream the things. I just record them, and I post
Because
them later.
you might not be able to see it in game, and if people are commentating on a stream, they can say actions the enemy team's doing as they're doing it that you might not be able to see yourself in the
I
actual
mean,
match.
what's the difference
Depends on
between
the match.
just having someone on my team like watching from above from the spawn screen? And just
Yeah,
saying, oh hey,
that-
they're
I
sending
mean, that
your
could also
aircraft at you.
happen, but in a situation where you're spawned in, you can have like a stream pulled up or something, so you can do them. Oh, hey, the enemy, this team is literally fighters at this. When you don't see them in game, and you can already pre-prep and just shit like that.
He should have already been prepped to defend against the fighters by spamming in.
That is very true, but that for some reason is an issue in the tournament.
I see it being too much of an issue.
Yeah, the thing is with like our low tier games with Halo, like all our carriers are 0.5s.
Yeah, we feel you. Same situation here.
I'm terrified for our next match because we get access to tier 4s now on both teams. I'm pretty sure.
Oh god.
Yeah,
No.
both teams
Yeah,
teams now get access to tier 4s, 3s, and 2s, and lose access to tier 1s unless
I know, that means
that will let us bring tier 1s. So it's terrifying because the goofy.
What does
the
that
goofy,
even mean?
the fucking Orizabo is a tier. Oh wait a minute, that's tier 5.
No, it's not. Why? Why would they
No,
put
no.
that? You're crazy.
No.
That was
because
for the
COG
event
wanted,
match.
Yeah, COG wanted it to be 4.5 for the actual tournament.
Oh.
I completely
I don't know
forgot
why.
we